Hello, everybody. This is Chef Chapman here from Crescent City Cuisine, LLC, and I have some exciting news for you. You know, everybody always asks me, well, Gertrude, when are you going to put together a cookbook? Something that I could follow along that's not complicated. And, over times, I would just put it off and put it off. But guess what? I came up with a cookbook. Something that's easy, something that even a 7-year-old could follow. And it's called, matter of fact, it's a collaboration with me and my two sons, Kevin and Brian. But 25 scratch-made, authentic New Orleans cuisine recipes that anybody could do, okay? And it's, simple foods, but also it's traditional foods. It's foods that we grew up with and still cook today, even with our catering business and everything. 25 scratch made. So there's nothing that's ever, boxed or frozen or anything of that nature. Everything, like the seasonings, everything is hand chopped, hand cut, cooked fresh, fresh to order. And that's what we do, because when you take time and you cook food that's fresh to order, it's so much better, y'all. It's so much better. And let me show you the inside. We also have it in a digital copy, but let me show you the inside. 25 authentic recipes. Look at that. Chicken and sausage gumbo. And you see there's the prep time, there's the cook time, there's simple ingredients, and there's simple directions. Everything is simple. Everything is simple. We have, desserts in there. We have everything. We have everything. Let me see, get you a better shot. I'm trying to see where I can get you a better shot of, the different dishes that we have. And we also have our information on the back where you can get in touch with us. There's a QR code that you can scan. But I'm going to put this information in the video where you could order this book. And it's roughly, 8.5 by 11.5. It's a big book. And like I said, we have it in the paperback, and also we have it in digital format where you could put it on your iPad or your tablet or whatever. But, this is something that I know that you can do, that you would appreciate. And like I said, it's all scratch made, and the warmth of it. Because I remember sitting down at the table with my family, and the things that went around that table, the conversation, that's what I mean, the laughter, the memories. And this is what I like for you to enjoy at your home, okay? Where everybody sits at the table and they just take the stress off the day. And I call it the welcome table. So I want you to feel that same experience that we grew up with back home in New Orleans, that we still, practice in our home today. Because it's a great feeling, y'all. It's a great feeling when there's a table and a chair set, and there's a chair just for you. Okay? So don't forget, go order the 25 scratch-made recipes, and I'll have the information for a family of 4, okay? A family of 4, I made it simple, and if you need, more than 4, you could double it, but really, for a family of 4, I made it simple. I made it where anybody, even a 7-year-old, could follow these directions, okay? There's desserts in there, there's old-fashioned bread pudding, there's beignets, there's different dishes. Like I said, the gumbo, there's jambalaya, and, there's other things in there that I know that you would appreciate. So I hope that, you enjoy it. And like I said, from our home to yours. So, laissez la bon temps rouler.